An all-new Blitz starts right here at Dawson County High School. We're here with Lady Tigers head basketball coach Steve Sweat.
Yes,
Coach
sir.
Sweat, thanks for being on Blitz. As always, we appreciate it.
No problem, man. Good to see you again.
Now, you're off to a great start this year, 13-2 overall, 3-2 in Region 7 AAA. Give your thoughts on where you are so far this season and where this team ranks among, you've been doing this for about 30 years now. Where does this team rank among, all the ones you've coached before?
Okay. Starting off the year, we were expecting to have a good year. We knew we had some good experience coming back, and we had some good leadership. So we was wanting to get off to a real good start, which we have. We've been very fortunate in that aspect. We started with the wins early, and then we lost one. We played the early region game against Banks County, and then they played really well that night, and deservingly so won the game, which put us in a hole there just for a little bit. Of course, then we turned around and won some region games. As far as this team compared to the others through the years, I think this team we got a good inside-outside situation now. Our post players are playing really well, even though they're young. The seniors are filling in great in all different spots, for that matter. And the leadership that they bring and the experience has been really good. And we knew that. We just want them to go on and show it. And I think it has shown based on what our record is now in the beginning.
Now, one of the big highlights, no doubt, this season has been you guys taking home the Battle of the States championship tournament title. And you guys were fortunate for both teams to be able to do that. But talk about, from your standpoint, how excited was that for you to be able to watch your team win that?
Yeah, it was great. That was we played a really good Alabama team from Hoax Bluff, and we were able to had to play at 10 o'clock in the morning.
That doesn't help
over the holidays. So, but that's okay. You got to be ready to play whenever you scheduled to play. So we were able to go up there and beat them, and then we turned. So that put us in the second round the next night against a really, really good Gordon Lee team. I think they're ranked in single A. And they have a real good point guard and a good post player, which was a really good test for us because we needed that.
Yeah.
So, and then we were able to turn around the second night and play a really good game. We played 3 nights in a row. And so we were able to beat them, which was a big win for us this year. I think it gave the girls a lot of confidence. It made me feel real good as a coach to know that we can go and compete at that level. And knowing who we was going to have to play in our region. Which made it even better. So we were able to win that one, and then we turned around and part of the motive on the third night for the championship was the fact that we were really going to have to play Towns County or Union County, which are 2 rivals for us, has been for years since I've been here. And at the same time, if we don't play either one of those in regular season, so that was a good thing too. Just because you don't like to play the same people over and over. And Union won. I think it was an upset because Towns had already beaten them twice.
And they were ranked first, Towns County was.
And then, so, Union won the game. Well, we turned around and had to play Union, which is an arch rival for us. And knowing the fact that it was only going to be one time because we don't play them this year since they stayed in AA, we went to triple. And so, I think that was some extra incentive there, being who it was, and that we wasn't going to be playing them again. Now, so that was good, and so we wound up winning the whole thing, which was great.
And another big moment during that same weekend, Carly Gilreath reached 1,000 career points for you. Now I don't want to start telling your age here, but I know you told me. I know you told me before that some of these players you actually coached their mom.
That is correct.
So, looking at that, like a player of her caliber reaching 1,000 points, it's not often a coach has the opportunity to coach a player like that. Talk about how special she is as a player.
Right. Oh, real special. Anytime you got a leader that can run your team, she's got to be the coach on the floor. Me and her's had this conversation a lot of times, and she knows that. I know it. She knows it. And, of course, you hope that her judgment is close to your judgment based on things that are happening. And, she does a really good job of that. She knows what I want. Of course, we've been together 4 years now, going on 4 years. Now this year is 4 years, which that helps too.
Yeah.
She played for us as a freshman. And so you get to know each other pretty well, and I think that's a real important part of the whole thing, especially point guard and coach. The fact of her getting 1,000 points just shows how her ability. First of all, you got to be able to contribute the whole time. I mean, being on the team is one thing, scoring points for the team is a whole other thing. She was able to contribute the whole time, 9, 10, 11, and 12th grade, and so plus it was a good milestone for her. The best I can remember, and if our research is correct, actually one of one of my players' mamas was one of the last people that had 1,000 points, which was 21 years ago.
Okay.
So unless there's somebody else in Dawson County that we don't know about that has reached that milestone,
then that was it. That was the last
Carly's
one.
the next one.
Yeah.
Wow. Now we had 2 on that team back then. It was Hannah Porter's mom, Tanya.
Okay.
And another girl, she was Tarla Tanner then when she was in high school. Now we had both of those. We had 2,000 point scores on that team.
Wow.
That was back in the 90s.
Yeah.
But the Carly, as far as I know, Carly's the only one since then that a female player that has scored 1,000 points. So it's a great milestone to reach.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, Coach, you jumped from 8AA to 7 AAA. You already had a tough region, and it got tougher, obviously. You seemingly made a pretty great transition. Making that jump and being able to maintain a competitive edge. Talk about that and how much is attributed to your team's chemistry to that.
Okay. Well, our chemistry, I think, is going really good. The girls are really a family, and we talk about that too. And they've grown up together. They love each other, which is all special. They've all been here, like I say, their mamas played and all that. I think all that fits into it, and it makes it a good fit, I believe. So having that and then moving into something new, I believe a lot of times new's good. Some people don't like to do that, but we didn't have any choice, so we got to go play wherever they say we got to play. It just so happened this year that we ended up in AAA. Now, for me, going back and playing some of these schools that we got to play this year, the Hall counties, and those got to play Beaufort again. We used to have some really good, tough, competitive games with all of them years ago, even though they wasn't in our region. We still would play some of them people. So it's good to go back around and see the people that you've seen before and to be able to go and play for them. And for these kids, that's all new. Some of them will be going and playing in gyms this year that they hadn't played in since they've been in high school. And, that's fun too, But at the same time, like you say, it is tough. It's tough every night. If you don't come ready to play,
there's no off night.
No, there's no off nights. You're going to get beat. I mean, you go to Fannin or you go to White County or North Hall. It doesn't matter. Name any of them. West Hall, doesn't matter. You got to be ready to play. And then of course there's Beaufort and the others, which Banks. We've already they beat us, and a lot of them has beat each other. We've only played 5 games I think so far. And I believe every game on our schedule but one for the remainder of the year are all region games. So we just got to be ready to play every night.
Well, Coach Sweat, again, thank you for your time on Blitz. We always appreciate having you on, and we look forward to seeing how tough you can finish the season out.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Glad y'all for being here.
And don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to have 2 of his players here on Blitz.